Stormcloaks, Imperials, Dragons. Ain't no matter to me what I kill. Let them come.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda.
Thank you so much for taking care of those thieves. The Riverwood Trader is back to the way it used to be.
I don't think you were followed. Come on, I have a plan. I figured out how we're going to get you into the Thalmor embassy. That would be a bad idea. I'd be too likely to attract the wrong kind of attention. But they don't know you at all yet. The Thalmor ambassador, Elenwen, regularly throws parties where the rich and connected cozy up to the Thalmor. I can get you into one of those parties. Once you're inside the embassy, you can get away and find Elenwen's secret files. I have a contact inside the embassy. He's not up for this kind of high-risk mission, but he can help you. His name is Malborn. Wood Elf. Plenty of reason to hate the Thalmor. You can trust him. I'll get word for him to meet you in Solitude at the Winking Skeever. You know it? While you're doing that, I'll work on getting you an invitation to Elenwen's little party. Meet me at the Solitude stables after you've arranged things with Malborn. Any questions? Sounds good. Be careful.
Coming right up.
It means so much to us to have the claw
Never
back
get
where
the
it belongs.
impression Rika's not always sure what side she's on. I'm not doubting her loyalty, just she seems rather sympathetic to the rebels.
So exciting
I
when
may
we
look
folk
the
come
part
into
of
town.
dashing swordsman, but I prefer the art of wit to that of warfare.
Glad you decided to check us out.
Ah, yet another new face. I'm from Hammerfell, you see. I can hardly keep track of all the people I've been meeting. Good to talk to a fellow traveler.
Really? You're who she picked? I hope she knows what she's doing. Here's the deal. I can smuggle some equipment into the embassy for you. Don't plan on bringing anything else in with you. The Thalmor takes security very seriously. Give me what you can't live without, and I'll make sure to get it into the embassy. The rest is up to you. Okay, I'll get this inside the embassy for you. I've got to go. I'll find you at the party. Don't worry.
I have no business with you. Leave me.
Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest. Your job is to get into the party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Everything's all right? Trouble?
Off the coast a ways to the east, you'll find the wreck of the Grindhammer. Never know what treasures may still be aboard.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Have you given Malborn the gear you want to smuggle into the embassy? Good. I have your invitation to the party. But the only way you're going to get past the guards is if they really believe you're an invited guest. Which means you need to look the part and not be armed to the teeth. Here, put this on. When you're ready, I'll keep the rest of your... You'll only have what You can't go... Part of the Thalmor embassy dressed like that. I guess that will have to do. You should pass for a real guest, at least until you open your mouth. You need to do, and let's get going before we miss our chance. Don't worry, it will all be waiting for you when you get back. Just make sure you get back out of there alive with the information we need. Good luck.
Fellow latecomer to Ellenwood's little soiree. And arriving by carriage, no less. I salute you, my good lady. My lateness is due more to getting lost on the way up this god's-forsaken mountain than to any desire to actually arrive late. I prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking. There's not enough drinking in the world today. Wouldn't you agree?
What are you out here talking to me for?
Rest.
Inside.
Damn, it's cold out here. I don't look forward to the trip back down.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy. Your invitation, please. Thank you, ma'am. Go right in.
Now then, here's my invitation. I don't have a poison dagger strapped to my thigh, etc., etc.
I'm just doing my duty, sir. Everything's in order. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, yes. Now, find myself a drink.
Please proceed into the embassy.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim. And you are? Ah, yes. I remember your name from the guest list. Please,
Madam
tell me
Ambassador,
more about
I am
yourself.
so sorry
What
to
brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork the Arenthia
Of course.
Red?
I've told you before not to bother me with such trifles.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
My apologies. We'll have to get better acquainted later. Please, enjoy yourself.
I remember the last time it was this cold, for this long.
You speak truly. Have you heard any interesting rumors of late?
Well, I did see something interesting not long ago. There were several Khajiit camped outside the walls of Whiterun. Seems they've been traveling around the whole of Skyrim peddling their wares. You've got to admire their courage, doing something like that with dragons on the loose and a war going on.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
The Great War is long past. It's time the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion put aside their differences. Prosperity is good for everyone. But not every Nord is obsessed with strength, honor, and skill at arms. A rare few are born with a gift for making money. My investments are my strength, and my wealth is my weapon. As for honor, well, there are some luxuries even I can't afford. You must be new to Skyrim, or you'd already know who I am. I have a stake in most anything of importance in Solitude. I feel that it's time to put aside the grievances of the past and let peace and prosperity flourish between the Empire and the Aldmeri Dominion. I try to do my little part. Besides, just between you and me, it's making me pots of money. Very well, then. There's a likely-looking filly, even if she is an elf. You there, serving girl. What's your name, dear?
Ah, Brayla, sir. Do you need a drink? Something to eat?
No, that's not what I'm interested in right now.
There are words spoken and words unspoken.
Like
Beware these, Thalmor, for they are adept in both languages.
I'm very discriminating when it comes to...
There are words spoken and words unspoken.
Thank you,
Beware
sir.
these, Thalmor,
Was there
for
anything
they are
else I could
adept
do
in
for you?
both languages. For this reason, I avoid them when I can.
Go far.
Fair faces and fine food are well and good, but honesty is rarely so pleasing. May wisdom light your path.
It's only a matter of time before your whole rotten empire collapses of its own decay. No offense.
Is the food and drink to your liking?
I suppose
Until
so.
next time.
Yes.
What can I get for you?
I'll leave you to it then.
None of these people cares a whit about the religious aspects of this war. Another sign of the degeneracy of your empire. I lead the Justiciars. We are charged with enforcing the ban on Talos worship. Nords can be quite stubborn. They're slow to change their ways, and we find more heretics every day. But mark me well. I will purge the heresy from this land as surely as the flame burns the flesh from the bone. There is peace now, and that peace will continue for as long as it suits our needs. But make no mistake, this is not a peace forged out of necessity between rival nations of equal strength. It is more like the calm between storms, and the next storm, I think, will be far deadlier than the last. There are those in the Empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor. All right, then.
Anytime soon. Some say the ship suffered damage to her hull when she struck an iceberg, and Captain Safia can't afford the repairs. Of course, she'd never admit to such a thing. Captain Safia is far too proud a woman for that.
The hospitality of the Thalmor Embassy is quite often, yes. The only thing I enjoy more than luxury is sharing that luxury with those who can appreciate it. But I also enjoy learning the latest gossip and hearing the most intriguing rumors. Of course not. One does not gather the most important men and women of Skyrim and then serve them cheap ale and stale bread. This is only a taste of the benefits that accrue to those that align themselves with Thalmor interests. One of my main duties is to foster a better understanding between the Aldmeri Dominion and the people of Skyrim. I also oversee the activities of the Thalmor Justiciars throughout Skyrim, although this has been most unfortunately disrupted by the war.
These stormcloaks are nothing more than...
As long as the Empire continues to uphold its treaty obligations, my government does not concern itself with the internal politics of Skyrim.
Well, there may be nothing to it, but I've...
Do enjoy yourself.
Battleborns in Whiterun has grown ugly. Fralia Greymane is convinced that the Battleborns have abducted one of her sons.
I'm so glad you could attend.
What can I get for
today.
you? Here you go, Miss Colovian Brandy.
It is not eyes that reveal another's true nature. It is...
We're not supposed to talk to the guests.
Did you see that serving girl? I hear elf women are insatiable.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day. We seem to have run out of Colovian brandy. I'll check in the wine cellar for more when I get a moment. Farewell.
Forward to the day when this rebellion is put down and we once again have peace.
I'll not argue that. Heard any interesting gossip lately?
Well, there might be nothing to it, but I've heard that the feud between the Greymanes and the Battleborns in Whiterun has grown ugly. Fralia Greymane is convinced that the
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here? You must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Elenwen's little soirees. But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not. Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me. Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately. Say on, friend. Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine. Stand back and behold my handiwork.
To hear you say so.
Attention, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Elenwen, our mistress.
What are you
I
doing?
speak figuratively.
Let's go.
Nothing
Before anyone notices us.
likely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course. Fine. Get your hands off me. I'll be...
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
Who comes, Malvern? You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Rules, is it, Zavani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
Your gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed.
Did
Good
you
luck.
see those robes
You're on
marching
your
this
own now.
morning? Who are they with? More of the emissary... treaty enforcers? No, they're high mages, just in from Alinor. I guess herself is finally getting worried about all the dragon attacks. Ah, good. I've been wondering how we were supposed to defend this place from a dragon. If a dragon does show up, maybe we'll get lucky, and it will eat the mages first. Might give us enough time to kill it. Ha! I'd like to see those arrogant bastards taken down a notch. Always looking down their noses at us lowly foot sloggers. Well, we'd better get back to our rounds. Never should have come here.
expenses, you know.
Silence! Do not presume, sir. You are most useful, but do not presume. We have other informants who are less offensive.
But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
You'll get the rest of your money when we confirm his story, as agreed.
So he has talked. I knew it.
Everyone talks, in the end. Now, I have work to do. Leave me to it if ever you want to see the rest of your payment.
Can I could help you. He talked to me. He trusts me.
You'd like to come downstairs with me, is that it, Gizzer? Shall we loose his bonds and put you in a cell together? You can ask him anything you like and see how he answers.
No, I'll wait outside.
That would probably be best. Now, get out.
Rollendale. One day the shoe will be on the other foot. Etienne must know something related to the dragons. Who else might know? Greasy Tom? No, they'd see right through him.
What was that? What was that? Just getting jumpy, I guess. Huh?
Stop, please. I don't know anything else. Don't you think I'd have told you already?
Silence. You know the rules. Do not speak unless spoken to. Master Rollendale will ask the questions. Let's begin again.
No, for pity's
You know
sake.
the rules.
I've already told you everything. No!
Start at the beginning, as usual. If you persist in this stubbornness,
I was
I'll
just
have...
catching my breath.
Why wouldn't I tell you again? I don't even know anything. There's an old man. He lives in Riften. He could be this Esbern you're looking for, but I don't know. He's old and seemed kind of crazy. That's all I know.
And his name is?
I don't know his name. Like I've already told you 100. Oh!
You know the rules. Just answer the questions. And where can we find this nameless old man?
Oh, like I said, I don't know. I've seen him down in the Ratway. Maybe he lives down there, but I don't for sure.
That will be all for now. I must say I continue to be disappointed in your lack of cooperation. I hope next time you will do better.
What else do you want from me? I've already told you everything. Listen, if you let me go, I can take you to Riften, show you where... Ah! Oh!
Silence, prisoner! Someone there? Huh?
I told you. I don't know anything else about it. What? Who? What do you want then? Yeah, sure. Okay. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere. I damn well hope so. If it helps you twist them up, I'm glad to help. They're after some old guy named Esbern. Something to do with dragons. I gathered it from listening to them talk when they thought I was out. I've seen a guy in Riften who they seem to think is him. Not much to go on. I don't even know where he lives or his name, but they seem pretty excited about it. That's it. Now, let's get out of here. Whatever you want. But let's go, now.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately, or you both die.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
I'm dead already.
Move. Slowly. What do you think
Let's get out of here.
Enough! Death is the only way out of your misery. The only truth is the only truth.
I saw guards dragging bodies over here. Might be a way out.
Boost!
You didn't have to help me, so thanks. You didn't have to help me, so... Thanks.
Lightly armored means light on your feet. Smart.
A fine day to you, friend. May you die with a sword in your hand.
It means so much to us to have the club where it belongs. Thank you. It's a fine day with you around.
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man. Figures the Thalmor would be on his trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Ironic, right? The old enemies assumed that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is? Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Talk to Brynjolf. He's well-connected. A good starting point, at least. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Down with Ulfric, the Killer King. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde
That armor you got rid of, I can have it, yeah? Mighty decent of you.
This land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our...
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you. But don't get on my bad side.
What is it?
You and me, take a look. All right, then.
Whatever you need. Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill. Take a look. Until next time.
Hobbs isn't too friendly with strangers, but you seem alright.
Trouble? I own Hollyfrost Farm outside the city. Its honest work gets a bit dull.
Serving as steward to Ulfric Stormcloak was a great honor, but I don't miss his temper.
I feel so helpless out here. The people of Riften depended on me, and I failed them.
Jarl Skald is upset over the loss of Dawnstar. I'll admit, it's less I have to worry about. The Jarl is tired.
You have something
Be
to
mindful
say,
of that.
dog? Something on your mind? Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward. Good journey to you.
I hope the wilds claim you one of these days.
Unless you're here to solve this nightmare problem, I don't need you.
I don't care that we lost. I'm just glad the war is over. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
I should bash your face in after all you've done.
In honor of your service in battle, I am hereby granting you permission to purchase property in Windhelm. I've taken the first steps toward doing so already. I met with several of the Dark Elves to discuss improvements in the Grey Quarter. But we have no real plans as of yet. First, we'll need to refill our coffers and stockpile stone and wood. The war took a heavy toll on Windhelm's resources. But I swore an oath to our Dunmer friends that for as long as I sit on the throne of Windhelm, their needs will not be ignored. I'd like to, but it's not as simple as that. Most of the folk in the city believe, as Ulfric did, that outsiders should not be trusted. Until those people learn to accept the Argonians, they must remain outside. With their old habits don't die easily, and we Nords can be as stubborn as stone. Every day is a struggle, but a Nord doesn't back down from a fight when the cause is honorable. I just wish things were simpler. In my days as a soldier, I knew who the enemy was, and how to defeat him. Unfortunately, a sword can't repair damaged buildings, feed hungry people, or undo years of prejudice. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my city. You help my people, and purchase a house from my steward, and I'll make you my Thane. The honor will be mine. Safe journeys, Swordbro.
Leave me alone. Can't an old man have some peace?
Fancy the leather armor, huh?
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
You should unload some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sodri's used wares. Hook to the other.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have a little bit,
And I have mine.
I didn't touch it.
Hammers don't have legs.
Did you look behind the forge? I think I saw it there.
Oh, yes. Now that you mention it, I think... Sorry about that.
Ulfric was a true hero of Skyrim. He will be missed.
Can't believe Ulfric's gone. If not for Hermir, I'd have left the city by now. I almost didn't. I wasn't sure I could stomach having some Imperial tell me how to live my life. I was ready to pack my things when Hermir came to me. She wanted to make sure I'd finish teaching her the smithing trade. That girl's determination won me over. I suppose it didn't hurt that she said she only wanted to learn from the best smith in Skyrim. I couldn't let her run off to that pretender, Bjorlund Greymane, could I? Every bit as sharp as what you'll find in Whiterun. I respect Bjorlund, but he has the good fortune to work the Skyforge. Something about the fires. Their steel just holds tighter. If that makes any sense. I don't see these troubles as business. This is a labor of honor. To bring Ulfric his rightful glory, I would hammer 1,000 shields. Shore's bones. I might just have to. Of course I am. What do I look like, a tavern wench? Don't let my words cut you too deep. I've just been working the forge too hard. Trying to set this sword right. Jarl wants it to look like an ancient blade. High Queen Fridis ruled over Windhelm in the Second Era, and her sword was legendary. Getting the real sword would be even better than making a copy, but no one wants to risk getting it from its resting place. If you find that sword, traveler, I'd be grateful. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
A word of advice. Don't buy discounted armor.
I'll reward you.
Good to have you by my side, friend. I need reliable people around.
You need anything, come see me. I'm a dark elf and I live in Windhelm, so yes, I live in the Grey Quarter. You must be new around here, or you'd know they don't let my kind live anywhere outside that slum. Well, not yet. The Empire hasn't been in charge for that long, and real change takes time. Still, having a just and honorable man like Brunwolf in charge can only be an improvement. Unlike Ulfric, Brunwolf has shown a great willingness to work with the other races and make us feel more at home here. For the first time in a long while, I truly believe that there are brighter days ahead. Wherever I can find them. If you're the type who worries over where something came from, you may want to move on. Be sure to stop by Sadri's used wares in the Grey Quarter.
I lost my twin sister a
Good
while
morning.
back. Have you ever lost anyone close?
There's an old saying that only a Nord can work the soil in Skyrim. I don't think anyone else would have the patience for it. It takes half a day just to dig a planting row in the cold, stony earth here. But what else can we do? Eat rocks and ice? Everything you see is grown at my family's own Hollyfrost farm, fresh and filling. I also do a little herb growing. The court wizard, Woundfirth, pays us to plant a little nightshade. Who knows what he uses it for? Hey, could you deliver this bottle of nightshade extract to Woundfirth?
Come and browse my
Thanks.
fine selection. Everything's fresh and delicious.
Good day to you.
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the... In some ways, yes, but there is often opportunity in chaos. When a new government takes charge, records can be lost, taxes can be forgotten, and laws aren't always enforced. The new guards are often too busy learning their responsibilities to notice a few smuggled goods or minor robberies. Not that I'd ever get involved in any of those kinds of things, of course. It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud and naive to understand the way things truly are, and so they continue to dwell in that slum. Just got here from the Somerset Isles. Lots of opportunity in Skyrim. Thank you for your custom.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook.
Citizen? Let me know if you see anything you like. Can't say I mind the sight of all the Imperial Guards. It's a change for the better. Of course nothing in here is stolen. Only a careless, shameful, idiotic fetcher would do something as stupid as to buy pilfered goods. Oh, by Azura, I've made a terrible mistake. I bought a gold ring, and Viola Giordano has been missing a ring that looks just like it. It's not that easy. She'd go to the Jarl if she knew I was even remotely involved. You have to get it to her some other way. Look, it's dangerous. But if you sneak the ring into her house, put it in a dresser or something, I will make it worth your while. I've scraped this collection together by whatever means I could. I do some business with the trade caravans, and I've picked up a number of items from adventurers like yourself. A few intrepid souls even brought some items back from Morvenskar, the fort southwest of the city. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Don't let Viola get it. Sneak that ring back to Viola before we both get caught.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but I still have to listen to my brothers harping about...
When Ulfric was killed, I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. Yes, markedly so. Ulfric and his Stormcloaks made no secret of their disdain for the Dark Elves. In fact, they didn't seem to care much for anyone who wasn't a Nord. The folk of the Empire have always had a more cosmopolitan view of the world, so I'm glad to see them in charge. It was a pleasure.
Apparently, some Nord women were murdered. Not sure why I should care. Well, you see where we have to live. This forgotten alley. All the filth from the upper quarters flows downhill, like they say. Good luck getting one of the guards to help with anything. I tried to get Ulfric to even come down here to see the squalor, but the High Lord of his mightiness couldn't find the time. None of that matters to me. Until someone takes a Dunmer, I'll let Windhelm deal with its own problems. Where else would we be? When the Red Mountain burned, you could scarcely breathe in Morrowind, so we came west. Windhelm was the first city on that road, and here we are. If we had known the Nords would be so unwelcoming, we may have kept walking. If you need another drink, I'll be right here.
I thought the Grey Quarter would be a haven for my kind. I was wrong.
To receive the blessing of Talos, you have only to pray at the altar. I don't care what the Imperials say. When Ulfric Stormcloak died, one of Skyrim's greatest heroes was lost. Now at last the Thalmor will get their way. The worship of Talos will finally be stamped out. Or so they think. Those true sons and daughters of Skyrim will never cease to worship mighty Talos. If we cannot do so in our temples, we will do so in our hearts. Oblivion, take the Thalmor. I'll never give up Talos, not even if it means my life. Let them come and make me a martyr. Blessings of Arkay be upon you.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
This is a shame.
Always sad when someone has to die.
Another one. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Heard about you and your honeyed word.
Charitable soul.
Be on the lookout. The poacher could be around any corner.
Gotta keep my eyes open.
Good to see you again, friend.
Dragons could swoop down at any time.
Farm work is hard work. It's good to relax when I can, but you'll have to listen to my voice. Just harping about injustice.
Have you taken care of that? Thank you, thank you! Azura's prophecy always guides you to fortune. Speaking of fortune, here. Everything I earned from my last shipment. It's yours. Well, you've come to the right place. Very well.
We're one of the same kind, you and I. I'm glad to have met you. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying. Safe travels.
Buy some flowers? Pretty please?